Hi there, I want to talk about sequencing in English. We can use sequencing to list a number of things, but in general, the sequencing can be divided into three or two categories. The first category is when we use firstly, secondly, thirdly, fourthly, and finally. For example, we use firstly, I woke up at 6 a.m. Secondly, I took a shower. Thirdly, I had my breakfast. Fourthly, I brushed my teeth. And finally, I went to my office. There is also another expressions, extra expressions. In the first place, to begin with, which are used instead of using firstly. For example, in the first place, I would like to introduce myself. To start with, we need to turn the radio off. The second category is when we use first, next, then, after that, the penultimate point, finally. For example, first, I have to pay my fees. Next, I will get the bill. Then, I will send the bill to my sponsor. After that, I will go to my bank. The penultimate point is that I have to sign my documents. Finally, I will get my money back. The third category, when we use one advantage of, another advantage of, a further advantage of, an additional advantage of, one other advantage of. Here we have 2 points or 2 notes you should see or notice. The first one is when we are listing the advantage or disadvantage of something, not listing things, but listing the sides or the disadvantages of that phenomena. Another point, or the second point, is disadvantages are used the same or listed in the same way we are listing the advantages. For example, we can say one advantage of or one disadvantage of electricity is cheapness. Another advantage or another disadvantage of electricity is abundance, at least in my country, and so on. There is also extra vocabulary. I think they are helpful. The greatest, the major, the minor, the prominent, the main advantage or disadvantage is when blah blah blah. We listed in the first place advantage and disadvantage, but there's also pros and cons, merits and demerits, positives and negatives, benefits and drawbacks. Thank you for listening.